Study this book looking at 2 Corinthians chapter 1. So in this book, Paul is really jumping off by saying, hey, comfort really comes through your own pain and conflict. And I know that sounds weird to say, and it's hard because literally you find yourself saying, so wait, I have to go through pain to help someone else to be able to deal with it. And in essence, he's saying, yeah, like, and I've heard Rick Warren say this. He says, don't waste your pain. And in this particular chapter, Paul is saying, hey, you have to go through something where you need the Lord's comfort so that when other people are in need of it, you can also help them and walk them through that same thing. And it is really hard. And it's just a hard lesson. And then he says pretty much the more you suffer for Christ, the more you will experience his comfort. And it has to be a question that we ask ourselves, do we want more of Christ? And a lot of times it comes through saying no to a lot of things, and it comes through pain sometimes, and it comes through suffering sometimes, but we come out closer to Christ, and that's the overall goal. And I think about when I was sick with pneumonia and mono, and I can honestly say that was the time that I felt God so near. And I really can't explain it. I was sick. I was throwing up. I was staying up till 1 and 4 in the morning. I was restless and tired. And I just didn't understand why I couldn't get well. But there was never a moment throughout my sickness that I didn't feel like God was near. And this really reminds me of that when people are struggling, even in their health, I can honestly say that if you draw near to him, and the word says draw near to God and he will always draw near to you. And in that moment of sickness, there was nowhere else for me to look. And I felt closer to God than I've ever felt in my life. And I love that Paul later says, we thought we were going to die really at one point. And we stopped relying on ourselves and started relying on God instead. And that's the message that we need, God. And especially in this time, God, this is an election day that I'm recording this. And there's this unfortunately, this fear of the unknown that has taken place. And as I said with Brandon earlier, some of this is because so many Christians sat quietly on the sidelines. And now this is the alternative. And we need to take Paul's words to heart and say, you know what? But we're not going to rely on ourselves to fix this. We're not going to rely on us. We're going to continue to rely on God. And that's the good news that we can celebrate. And so 2 Corinthians, it's a good one already, chapter 1. Study this book.